Listen and repeat these 300 sentences every day. You will feel happy and strong when you speak English. Shadowing helps your brain, gives you confidence, and lets you speak clearly and easily with simple words. Do it daily. Your English will shine.
Hi, friends. Welcome to English Unlocked, a podcast where English is easy, fun, and a bit funny. I'm David, your happy teacher. Today, we start a big adventure. Want to speak like a pro and listen better? Shadowing is your secret. It is like a parrot. Listen and repeat at the same time. Hard at first, then boom, like a movie star. Move your mouth, get ready, let's play. We start with easy sentences to warm up. I say each one 2 times. Copy me like a happy monkey. I wake up at 7 a.m. for my 8 o'clock class. I hit snooze 3 times before getting up. I grab a quick coffee from the campus cafe. I check my phone for lecture reminders. I pack my laptop, notebook, and water bottle. I ride my bike to the lecture hall. I walk across campus in the morning fog. I say hi to my roommate before leaving. I forget my student ID and run back. I listen to a podcast on the way to class. I arrive 5 minutes early to get a good seat. I sit in the front row to stay focused. I sit in the back to scroll on my phone. I wave to my classmate in the hallway. I buy a muffin from the vending machine. I review last night's notes on the bus. I text my study group about today's quiz. I wear headphones to block out noise. I check the syllabus on my phone. I realize I forgot to do the reading. I rush to the library to print my assignment. I spill coffee on my shirt. Great start. I find my seat next to the window. I charge my laptop before class starts. I doodle in my notebook while waiting. 26. I greet the professor with a smile. 27. I take out my pen and highlighter. 28. I open Canvas to download today's slides. 29. I whisper to my friend about weekend plans. 30. I silence my phone. Finally. 31. I borrow a pen from the person next to me. 32. I realize I'm in the wrong classroom. 33. I run to the correct building out of breath. 34.
I sneak in quietly 10 minutes late. 35. I apologize to the professor for being late. 36. I catch up by reading a friend's notes. 37. I raise my hand to answer a question. 38. I nod like I understand everything. 39. I zone out after 20 minutes. 40. I drink water to stay awake. 41. I take detailed notes in bullet points. 42. I record the lecture on my phone. 43. I highlight key terms in yellow. 44. I asked the professor to repeat a slide. 45. I Google a term I don't understand. 46. I message my friend under the table. 47. I yawn. The class is too long. 48. I count down the minutes until break. 49. I pack my bag when the professor says, "Any questions?" 50. I leave class with a headache from thinking. I have 3 lectures and 1 lab today. My favorite class is psychology. I hate 8 a.m. math too early. I attend a seminar on climate change. I participate in group discussions. I present my project to the class. I get nervous before speaking in public. I use PowerPoint for my presentation. I practice my speech in the mirror. I forget a slide and improvise. The professor asks me a tough question. I answer correctly, yes. I get feedback on my slides. I work in a group of 4 students. I take the lead in the project. I do research in the library database. I cite sources in APA format. I write a 10-page essay overnight. I use Grammarly to check my paper. I submit my assignment at 11:59 p.m. I get an extension from the professor. I fail to meet the deadline. Oops! I study for finals in the study lounge. I make flashcards for vocabulary. I quiz myself every hour. 76. I join a study group on Zoom. 77. I explain a concept to my friend. 78. I draw diagrams to understand better. 79. I watch YouTube tutorials at 2x speed. 80. I read 50 pages for tomorrow's class. 81. I highlight the entire chapter. Bad idea. 82. I take breaks every 25 minutes. Pomodoro. 83. I drink 3 coffees during study sessions. 84. I fall asleep on my textbook. 85. I wake up with pen marks on my face. 86. I review old exams from the library. 87. I predict essay questions with friends. 88. I get an A on my midterm. Shocked. I fail a quiz and cry in the bathroom. I email the professor about my grade. I attend office hours for help. I ask about extra credit opportunities. I volunteer to be a teaching assistant. I tutor freshmen in my major. I apply for a research position. I work in a lab with real equipment. I wear a lab coat and safety goggles. I mix chemicals and record results. I break a beaker. Accident. I write a lab report until 3 a.m. 101. I attend a guest lecture by a CEO. 102. I take notes on my tablet. 103. I network with professionals after class. 104. I join a student club for my major. I organize a workshop on coding. I compete in a hackathon. I win third place. Proud moment. I lose sleep over group project drama. I carry the whole team. Annoying. I learn to compromise with teammates. I use Google Docs for collaboration. I schedule meetings on Doodle. I miss a meeting and apologize. I defend my thesis in front of a panel. I practice with my advisor. I graduate with a 3.8 GPA. I apply for grad school. I write a personal statement. I ask professors for recommendation letters. I get accepted into my dream program. I decline an offer for a better one. I take online courses on Coursera. I earned a certificate in data analysis. I learn Python in my free time. I build a website for my portfolio. 126. I debug code for hours. I celebrate when it finally works. I attend career fairs on campus. I update my resume every semester. I practice interview questions. I get a summer internship. I work 40 hours a week and study. I balance work and
school. Exhausting. I save money for tuition. I apply for scholarships online. I win a $5,000 scholarship. I pay tuition with student loans. I worry about debt after graduation. I plan to study abroad next year. I apply for exchange in Spain. I learn Spanish on Duolingo. I pack for a semester in Europe. I miss home after 2 weeks. I make international friends. I try local food in every city. I write a blog about my experience. I return with better language skills. I change my major after 1 year. I drop a class before the deadline. I retake a course to improve my grade. I live in a dorm with one roommate. My roommate snores. I use earplugs. I cook pasta in the communal kitchen. I burn the pasta. Smoke alarm. I order pizza at midnight. I do laundry once a month. I lose a sock in the dryer. I hang wet clothes on a drying rack. I study in the common room. I watch Netflix instead of studying. I binge an entire season in one night. I regret it the next morning. I go to the gym on campus. I run 5K on the treadmill. I lift weights with my friend. I join a yoga class for stress. I meditate in the garden. I attend a party on Friday night. I dance until 2 a.m. I wake up with a hangover. I drink water and take aspirin. I skip class to recover. I promise myself never again. I join a soccer team. I score a goal in the final match. 176. I lose the game, but had fun. 177. I go to concerts on campus. I scream lyrics with 1,000 students. I volunteer at the food bank. I pack meals for homeless people. I feel good about helping. I protest for climate action. I hold a sign and chant. I get interviewed by the campus newspaper. I write an article for the student paper. I edit photos for the yearbook. I design posters for events. I perform in a talent show. I sing off-key but have fun. I laugh with friends until I cry. I cry when I miss my family. I call my mom every Sunday. I send photos of campus to my dad. I visit home during holidays. I bring dirty laundry home. I eat home-cooked meals. Heaven. I gain the freshman 15. I start a diet in January. I fail by February. I drink too much coffee. 211. I find it in the lost and found. 212. I spill water on my laptop. 213. I dry it with rice. It works. 214. I back up my files on Google Drive. 215. I print 100 pages for a group project. 216. I run out of printing credit. 217. I borrow money from a friend. 218. I pay them back with coffee. 219. I make lifelong friends in dorm. 220. I have a fight with my best friend. 221. I apologize with ice cream. 222. I go on a road trip with classmates. 223. I get lost in the mountains. 224. I laugh about it later. 225. I take selfies everywhere. 226. I post campus life on Instagram. I get 100 likes on a photo. I delete social media for a week. I feel calmer without it. I start a study vlog on YouTube. I get 50 subscribers. Excited. I film a day in the life video. I edit until 4 a.m. I read comments and smile. I get a bad comment. Ignore it. I apply for on-campus job. I work at the library desk. I scan books and help students. I earn $12 an hour. I save for a new laptop. I buy noise-canceling headphones.
I listen to lo-fi while studying. I create a perfect study playlist. I study in coffee shops off campus. I spend $5 on latte every day. I regret my spending. I make a budget spreadsheet. I stick to it for 1 week. I treat myself to boba on Fridays. I walk around campus at night.
251. I look at stars and dream. 252. I write in my journal. 253. I plan my future career. 254. I doubt my major sometimes. 255. I talk to a counselor. 256. I feel better after talking. 257. I join a mental health support group. 258. I learn breathing techniques. 259. I sleep 8 hours, finally. 260. I wake up refreshed. 261. I start a morning routine. 262. I drink water first thing. 263. I stretch for 10 minutes. 264. I smile at myself in the mirror. 265. I say, I can do this every day. 266. I fail a class. Devastated. 267. I learn from my mistakes. 268. I try harder next semester. 269. I get on the dean's list. 270. I tell my parents. They're proud. 271. I hang my certificate on the wall. 272. I take a photo with my cap and gown. 273. I cry at graduation ceremony. 274. I hug my professors goodbye. 275. I throw my cap in the air. 276. I start a new chapter. 277. I apply for jobs online. 278. I get my first interview. 279. I wear a suit and practice answers. 280. I get the job. Unbelievable. 281. I move out of dorm. 283. I pack 10 boxes of stuff. 284. I say goodbye to campus. 285. I look back in the mirror. 286. I promise to visit. 287. I frame my diploma. 288. I hang it in my new apartment. 289.
I start adult life. 290. I miss university every day. 291. I visit campus years later. 292. I walk the same paths. 293. I smile at new students. 294. I tell them enjoy every moment. 295. I buy coffee at the same cafe. 296. I sit in the same spot. 297. I open my old notebook. 298. I read my old notes. 299. I laugh at my handwriting. 300. I close the book, memories forever. No need to be perfect. Just dance with English. Fluency isn't speed. It's showing up every day. One day, English will feel super easy, and you'll laugh with joy. Keep practicing, stay funny, and never stop.